Hi, everyone. Hello. Here I am. Today, though, I actually have tea as I am out of coffee, or I drank the last of it this morning. So we're switching to some, I think it's called Rubio's. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Anyhow, if you like this channel, please like and subscribe, share. That's awesome. And I also want to let you know that in the comments below, I will post ways that people can help out or donate or any of those things. So just look and I'll have it on the comments. Okay. And I'm going to work on also putting that in the description. But anyway, okay. Today, for our discussion here, Anton, hi. I want to talk about the impacts of climate on vulnerability. And I think it's a really good topic because the wildfires that just swept California, the fires this summer throughout the states, hurricanes, we're getting severe climate ups and downs. And when someone is vulnerable, for example, if you were impoverished, say in Texas, a hurricane hit, we have learned by examples that predatory behavior can follow. That means that even though a housing complex is wiped out, people are still charged rent. Of course, they can't pay it because they just had their whole lives upended. And then they have now an eviction on their record. And that's very difficult to even obtain housing with that. And so it leads to a cyclical kind of violence on people that were vulnerable and became more vulnerable due to external factors. Pearl, good morning. Good morning. Um, and we see this over and over in disasters. Though right now it's getting cold, really cold. People will die of the cold this year on the street. There are people that just died in the wildfires. We have to accept that we must use human rights based approaches and accept that as humans, we have the ability to provide our most vulnerable with the basics to begin to lead healthy, secure, stable lives. And I don't think that there should be any argument on that. When the argument comes, how are we going to pay for it? You do. You fund that first. It's called priorities. I'm going to throw that out there. I was a single mom for quite a while, and priorities are a big deal. And when it comes to children, you address their needs first. And when we look globally, we look at climate patterns affecting food stability, causing political instability as people vie for resources. This behavior and these things are only going to get more and more catastrophic. And the best thing we can do about it is A, research it, learn how it leads to vulnerability, learn how when climate affects us globally, number one, it is the number one threat to humanity that there is climate change. We have wiped out complete species due to this. And we are also a species. This endangers us. Habitat is a big deal. Whether that be environmental, housing, your environment, your habitat is what keeps you safe and stable. And we've learned this throughout. through environmental disasters that have wiped out populations of vulnerable species. So why wouldn't we use that same logic when dealing with vulnerable people? You know, when dealing with these disasters, we have to have compassion, we have to have empathy. But we need, I believe, to be very careful about saying this person or that person or this person deserves. Because here's the deal, you're never going to find anybody that fits into your perfect box of someone that deserves human rights. Human rights are across the board viable. I won't argue about that. Human rights are human rights and they are deserved, period. There is, to be alive, to be here, you should be able to defend your life and defend your life in a safe, stable place. Defending your life means being able to have access to clean water, to live a healthy life. And that's why I believe that if we start at the top, say climate change, and we look at the secondaries to that, political instability, war, food instability, viral infections. And I'm going to tell you, I read a bunch of studies about climate and infectious diseases and kind of like panicked myself out. So I'm going to get back to that. But it's worth researching. And here's the thing, when we can't do anything else, when we can reach out, of course, reach out to those nearest you. But then that doesn't mean our thinking has to stop there. Our thinking can be global while we help those nearest to us as much as we can. And that goes as your ability to help grows, your sphere grows. And the longer that we have this thinking of humans and populations and learn that as a species, we have more similarities than we have differences. And we deserve health, a healthy life. And that shouldn't be dependent on factors. So I wanted to talk about that. If it's not the most clearest, I apologize. It's morning, having my tea. But I did want to say thank you as well. Right before the broadcast, there was an Amazon delivery at the door, and it was a package from Karen Walsh, and it's these, and there were 3 packages of them, and it's absolutely beautiful. Female supplies, well, I'm going to say menstruation supplies are needed. It's a big deal. Same thing with Depends and senior supplies or it doesn't even, you know what? Let's not even go there. Let's just say supplies for people who need them. And that's huge. That's huge in hygiene. It's huge in being clean. And so I wanted to just really thank you for this, and we will get them out. So I don't know if anybody has any questions or anything they want to say, anything they want to discuss with me. I'm going to leave it open to you for a minute. And oh, thank you. Yeah, I actually curled my hair this morning. I was pretty on it. I thought I'd slept in, but I really didn't, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, so I had some energy this morning. I had a really good day yesterday. And so, but today is definitely a rest day. So I'm just going to center, relax, of course, do some research and stuff because there's some things I'm working on with predictive and monitoring technology to kind of center our resources where help is needed most, and then supplementing our trauma and social care with some technology. And so, yeah, it's kind of a big project that I'm working on. So I'm going to do some research on that and just kind of focus my attention for a little bit. But first, it's probably going to be music and shaking a little bit to the music while I clean house a little bit. Kind of helps uplift the mood. I love music. So, anything else? Anyone? Okay. Uh, what kind of music? Um, I like a lot of different types. Right now, I'm listening to Icon for Hire. I actually have it on the Icon for Hire channel on YouTube right now. So I've been jamming to that this morning. Um, Hi, and I'm not sure. DIA. Yeah. So is there any other questions? Any other things? Otherwise, I'm going to say bye and I'm going to get to having a beautiful, relaxing, kinky day. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and I will be back with you shortly. Oh, before I forget, um, I did start a Patreon. I should probably do this in like a separate vlog. Um, yeah, I'm gonna do that in a separate vlog. I will post the link in the description, but I think I'm gonna do that in a separate vlog. Okay. Oh, thank you about the tree, Charmaine. The tree was actually donated by Joni, and the lights came from my friend Liz. And yeah, it's really uplifting and beautiful. I just love seeing it. It sparkles. It's so nice. Thank you. All right, everybody, have a beautiful day. And straight.